So I got a new side hustle opportunity for you. It's called Dropoff. It's a last mile delivery service founded in 2014. Now, if you haven't heard of the platform, I hadn't even heard of the platform until late. That could be a good thing. That might mean there's opportunity in your marketplace. But moreover, there's one specific about this platform that I think it might be a big opportunity. So let's get into it. I was kind of wondering, like, founded in 2014, what does that even mean in the side hustle space here? Take a look. This is kind of good to see just visually here that this isn't necessarily like a brand new company made yesterday. Founded in 2014, along the same years of Uber Eats, Shipt, and Roadie. And we can see things like Instacart, Grubhub way back in 2004, Bungie, Amazon Flex, you got DoorDash in there at 2013. So this is a real opportunity. And looking at their available locations here, 21 states and 42 cities. Now, although that doesn't cover everybody, again, that might be a good thing, which means if they're coming to your marketplace, if you can hopefully get on a wait list even, then you might be one of the first couriers in your market when they do go live. So straight from their website, we see couriers must be 21 years of age or older. I feel like that's older than some other platforms. I think we'll see in a little bit why though. The main points though, I mean, you have to have a registered, insured, and inspected car, SUV, or van that's less than 10 years old. And couriers, of course, must have a clean and current driving record as well. Now, they also say here what's involved in some perks. I mean, this is kind of like what everyone says on these different apps and platforms, but I bring you different side hustles. I want to give you the most options here. This is all I do. I help you make money in different side hustles. Yep, drive packages, not people, paid by delivery. I mean, again, that's like every platform. Drive your own vehicle. Pay attention to that. So, okay, drive your own vehicle. Again, like basically every single side hustle app. But where's the opportunity, right? What makes Dropoff different than like any other parcel delivery? So what? Roadie, you have Amazon Flex kind of on the long term because you have to do shifts, kind of Walmart Spark. You have some package deliveries, honestly, with Uber Connect and even DoorDash. I believe at this point, really, everyone's looking into the physical, retail, and non-food delivery space as well. So yes, there's retail delivery services, but I think a big opportunity right now is the medical courier space. And I'll let you in on like the inside of what I look for on these gig apps and if I applied and how that looks for Dropoff here. I don't care what I'm delivering. I mean, it could be Home Depot stuff. It can be Subway. As far as food, it can be, in this case, medical courier supplies. And I remember when I was in San Diego, there's even alcohol and cannabis, depending on the legalization in your state, in your marketplace. So there's a lot of opportunities here. And we're looking for kind of the unturned stone. If everyone's over here doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, is there something else like the medical courier space that can pay you? I mean, you're putting your time in and you're getting money out. Can I get, what, 2x the money? At least 1.5x compared to food delivery, let's say. So I have to go to this section on their website showing opportunities available. I've seen a few platforms that do this, kind of listed out like almost a job posting. Now, it's gonna say contractor, which is 1099, independent contractor, is not an employee, a W-2. They're asking, do you own or lease a vehicle and what type of vehicle do you drive? So firstly, your marketplace has to be available in that job listings thing. Pittsburgh was. But I'm thinking they may give preference to a certain vehicle, maybe a larger capacity, and look at this. What days of the week are you available to provide service? How many hours of service would you like to provide per week? And what time of day are you available? That is very much, again, I think like Spark. Comment down below if any apps are doing kind of that onboarding process. It says some Dropoff customers require drivers to be drug tested in order to perform delivery services. Would you be willing to submit a drug test to make deliveries? I'm betting if you put no, that's gonna disqualify you, at least in part, I'm wondering, from medical courier Deliveries, because if you're transporting drugs, what have you, I assume, right, medications, etc., then that's why they're asking. And then it also says, are you willing to get HIPAA and blood-borne pathogens certified? Most of our clients require it. Again, that is directly related to that medical courier side. I talk about, you go through the onboarding process, but when you actually do it, how hard is it, the effort versus the actual pay involved here? So Dropoff says on the consumer side, they say the first 40 pounds is already included in their price. So that gives you an idea of, size of package delivery that you'd have. And I think that's pretty on par with like Amazon Flex and others. And it says, hey, it's got to typically fit in a normal passenger vehicle. Now, I didn't see a lot of driver courier focused FAQs. Come on, Dropoff. Amazon Flex has, a good amount. Spark has a ton of FAQs, but I did find a few things for you. So it says on the driver side, if your package is not prepared and ready for pickup, again, kind of framing it for the client, within 5 minutes of your driver arriving or the quoted pickup ETA, whichever is later, your delivery may need to be rescheduled at the driver's sole discretion. And the driver may choose to leave if your order is not ready upon arrival. That makes me think of package pickup for DoorDash. I believe there's a timer there, something like that. Let me know again down below in the comments, because I know that's a new feature. But if it's not ready, like, you can dip, but you've already driven there, so meh. Remember when I asked you to remember here of what features Dropoff had? So they said you can use your own vehicle. That is the standard on all of these apps. And also, what? Are you a W-2 or are you a contractor, like we talked about on Dropoff? You're an independent contractor. You're a 1099, again, like most every other app. So why does Dropoff say drivers are HIPAA compliant? Okay, we saw that in the application. Carry 4 levels of insurance for added protection. Wear Dropoff uniforms and drive Dropoff branded vehicles. Dropoff, you said that we're using our personal vehicles. I mean, is it like Amazon Flex, where they have employed W-2 DSP drivers? They got the van, they got the full Amazon uniform, and then the Flex independent contractors. I'm wondering if you've done Dropoff, let us know, because I applied, but I guarantee you're not going to have to wear a Dropoff uniform or use their vehicle if you're an independent contractor. That doesn't make sense. That's not 1099 work. So I'm wondering if there's a split there. Lastly, concerns and considerations, because this is just an intro. I just signed up, so I'm curious how Dropoff is. If you've been doing this, comment down below so we can compare with other apps here. But the pickup, if I'm doing medical, whatever, drugs, supplies, I don't really care about that. I'm just concerned about parking and logistics if I'm going into a hospital, or hopefully, I would imagine most everyone is at a medical facility or an office where parking's a lot easier. Because if it's at these massive hospitals, I've been here in Pittsburgh, we're a big healthcare city, I don't want to have to navigate the maze and high security of a hospital to find where I'm supposed to go. I can see that eating a lot of time. But let's assume that's not the case. Let's assume it's like a specialized facility, medical office versus the main hospital per se. Other concerns, considerations, obviously the pay. I didn't see a lot of screenshots drop off. That's another thing that I think would help couriers and drivers consider your platforms to have more screenshots. So what is the pay for the miles? Because like we talked about, I don't care if it's general stores, office supplies, B2B, or whatever, medical supplies. It comes down to what it's the same thing. It's the same delivery. It's the dollars to mile ratio. How much am I getting paid for the miles driven, and the dollars to time ratio? Then I also consider effort, wait time, snags, like things aren't ready and the such. Because I got like 8 other platforms or something like that I could choose from. Same thing for you, or at least it should be the same thing for you. Sign up for these other apps right now. So would you consider medical courier platforms? Let's assume that the logistics are good, like we don't have Walmart Spark snags, and the pay is good, like $2 to $3 plus per mile. It's considerably strong or better than a lot of platforms. Would the more screening hold you back? Would having to deal with those kind of products hold you back? If you are going to interface with a lot of hospitals, in the facilities, in that logistics like I talked about? Would that hold you back? Or is this a really good opportunity that you want to see more of on the channel? Let me know, because you're going to once I get activated. Probably within the next week or so, 3 to 5 days for a background check. So stay tuned, more to come.